This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 240, Working for Money versus Passion by Money of budgetsaresexy.com. And I am your host and narrator here on Optimal Finance Daily. My name is Dan, and I am here with you every Monday through Friday. We turn some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet into podcasts for you. And I hope everybody's week has been a good one. If you have come across any interesting blog posts yourself this week, maybe a financial author you just discovered, come and share that with us. Maybe we can work them into the show here. So if you have any topic requests, come visit oldpodcast.com and share those with us. It is Friday, so I'm going to keep this introduction nice and short for you. But if you do enjoy the show, you like what we're doing here, please do listen all the way to the end today. For now, let's hear today's post from Money as we optimize your life. Working for Money versus Passion by Money of budgetsaresexy.com. I sometimes go back and forth between what to do in life. Work for the money or work because I'm passionate about it. When times are good, I choose the passion, like this blog, for example. When times are bad, like the past few months here, financially speaking, I ask myself if it's worth continuing full force on passion projects or if it's better, smarter, more adult-like to chase the money. After all, I now have a family with a baby to take care of. I had a dream last night that I bit the bullet and took a job working for a friend's dad's company in Pittsburgh. I was pretty resigned to the fact that I had to take it, especially when I found out midway through that it was just a favor because I knew the guy's son. But I was also relieved to have steady income and insurance, so I said yes. I show up on my first day 2 hours late because, of course, in dreams, your cell phones and cars never seem to work right. Why is that? Anyway, they gave me my first assignment, design and print off a brochure for their company and then promote it on social media, as if anyone wanted to see that online. So I get to working on it, and a little while later I hand it over to my boss, and I'm pretty pleased with myself for turning it around so quickly and so beautifully. I went to college for graphic design in the real world. He takes one look at it and then sighs. Okay, you really have no idea what you're doing, do you? Is this for kids? Do you even know how to tweet? I'm sorry, but this is clearly not working out. I think it's best if you take the day off. What? Am I getting fired on my first day at the job? This can't be happening. I must be dreaming. I literally thought that in my dream. I go into the basement to pick up my belongings, since I guess they didn't want anyone seeing I worked there, and then start wondering what the hell I'm going to tell my wife now. I've never been fired before for being sucky. What the frick is going on here? And then a funny thing happens in my head. I get happy. I'm like, wait a second. I have an awesome community online, full of much more appreciative people who believe in me, and we're doing big things there. Why the hell did I even take this job? I'm going to get back out there and keep hustling. I can do this. I don't want your brochure job. Who freaking designs for print only to turn it around and then use it for the web? I then shoot out of bed, as always happens with nightmares, and think to myself, yes, do it. No more job searching, thinking. This is just a phase. Rockstar Finance is going to hit 1 million views soon, so keep going strong. Rockstar Finance is not going to hit 1 million views soon, FYI, but I guess I was still halfway dreaming. I then think about all the other jobs I've taken just for the money, like selling ringtones when that was all the rage to kids who probably shouldn't even have them, selling timeshares of campsites to people who probably shouldn't be buying those either, cleaning up smashed cars that will only be sold in auction soon and then torn up into more parts. That was actually a fun job, though, blaring music and getting wet under the hot summer sun. Washing dishes at a restaurant, another fun job for the same reasons as above, but obviously still for the money. All jobs I was more than happy to have at the time, and none ever beneath me, taking a note from Ashton Kutcher there. But still all very much just for the money. I could care less outside of that. I think the reality of our world is that sometimes we have to do we don't want to do, and other times we're fortunate to land something we do. And in between, we have to work as hard as we can regardless of the jobs we hold so we can use all that money to better propel our goals and our lives in the future. Sometimes it'll be more and other times less, but as long as we're constantly bringing it in, life will generally be okay. Many others have it way worse than us in actuality, and sometimes it's good to take a step back and understand that. Blonde and Balanced had a great post about this a while back on how a job is just a job to her, nothing more, nothing less. She gets her money and then goes about enjoying her life outside of those 9 to 5 hours, and I'm beginning to understand that more as time goes by as well. Sure, right now I'm thrilled about doing my thing online, but there's nothing saying I won't be doing something purely sucky down the road for whatever reason. And blogging for a living ain't all peaches and cream either, by the way. There's a lot more to it than people usually think. So I guess that's the point of all this today. If you're lucky enough to be working on something you're passionate about, congrats, that's awesome. And if you're on the other end shoveling to bring home that bacon, that's fine too. You'll probably move to greener grasses in the future if you keep hustling hard. But either way, you're bringing home money, which you need to survive and accomplish your goals. At the end of the day, that's a pretty important fact. We'll see how much longer my streak of not working a real job continues. It'll be 3 years come December. But regardless, I'm incredibly thankful for what I have going on right here and now. If I have to take another job in Pittsburgh one day, so be it. And how many of you are doing your dream job right now? And how many of you care? You just listened to the post titled Working for Money versus Passion by Jay Money of budgetsaresexy.com. And if you have any comments about the post, tell us what you think about it. You can do that at oldpodcast.com or find the link to the original article there as well. And now before we head off for the weekend, we could really use your support to help keep these podcasts alive and well. There's, of course, this podcast and 3 others in our little family. And we have a page set up at oldpodcast.com/support that lists a bunch of simple things that you can do to help us out. When you have a minute, please do come by and check that out. We would very much appreciate it. Again, that's oldpodcast.com/support. And that's another week in the books of Optimal Finance Daily. I will be back with you with more posts next week. So have a great weekend, and I will catch you on Monday where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.